Hello everybody, welcome back to the Final Fantasy 13 walkthrough. We are getting towards the mid part of Lake Bresha. I think this is the mid part of Bresha, I don't know. Anyways, we have got, Bresha, Lake Bresha. I've got Final Fantasy X on the mind. This is the techniques tutorial. As of right now, I believe the only technique we have is Libra, which is actually fairly useful depending on the situation. Normally you want to use Libra on enemies that I guess kind of more like bosses or sub-bosses, or enemies that you are unfamiliar with. Reason being, Libra is going to reveal weaknesses. So basically what it means is that when you use auto battle, it'll automatically right off the bat tell you your I guess your characters will know exactly what the enemy is weak to right away, as opposed to having to kind of, explore weaknesses. Which is normally what will happen in a fight. The AI will use different abilities and find the weaknesses itself. But again, if you use Libra right away, it'll just take care of that automatically. So for this fight, it's not a bad idea. Obviously it's a tutorial battle anyway, so you may as well. But other than that, yeah, nothing real fancy about this fight. It's actually fairly easy. Alright, so that's that. No spoils, lamb. Alright, looks like we're going to develop lightning a bit more here. Alright, 11 CP. Yeah, that's not gonna go far. It's alright. Alright, so she's done for the time being. Alright, Vanille's done now too. And that is it for Saz. Alright, let's continue on. I think there's a treasure sphere up here to the, or at the end of this. Yeah, here we go.
They're sending in cruisers. Must be sweating bullets.
Librascope. Okay, so the Librascope there, that is going to do the same thing as Libra. Your technique Libra, that is. The only difference is the technique Libra uses one TP or tech point, and there will be other things to use TP on later on, and so there may come a time where you don't necessarily want to use your one tech point on Libra and you want to use it on something else instead. So that's why they give you those Librascopes. It essentially does the same thing.
Sweep D, form ranks.
They must be hunting down Purge survivors.
I hope everyone made it out okay.
So do I. But nowhere is safe for them now. Damn it! Just cause they shared a neighborhood with a foul sea. They get treated like Pulse-tainted rats.
People really hate Pulse, don't they?
Not hate. More like fear. tens of millions of people, all scared of pulse boogeymen. They'd be shaking in their beds every night if they knew that Lassie like us were around.
But they'd purge that entire town.
It's crazy, I know. But the Sanctum Fal'Cie did nothing to stop it. Up until now, Eden's always stepped in to correct their errors in judgment. Guess humans aren't worth the effort. Figure they'll let us just kill each other off.
Lassie are not human.
Listen, you, that's enough. We're still alive. That's something.
What?
Where is it?
I don't know.
There.
They're sealing off the area. They're trying to trap the stragglers. We gotta get moving before we're caught in the net.
All right. Time to get moving. We don't want to get, what is it, caught in the net? So it looks like, or it sounds like the SciComm is trying to obviously capture our characters here to purge them or exile or murder. So after watching these cutscenes again, I think I'm finally understanding why I don't like Hope that much. I think it's because the at least for the first, I don't know, there's a good portion of the game here where he's just super negative about the character's outlooks, and you know, contrary to his outlook, then you know you've got Vanille, who is, I would say, basically the exact opposite, where she's, you know, a little more upbeat. She's trying to stay positive about it, but Hope is just hopeless. Oh, I got nothing. I'm so bad. Alright, anyways. And no, I wasn't going for an upskirt here. I was trying to see what's going on up above us. But so my understanding is this is like a lake, but it looks like, it actually almost reminds me of the Final Fantasy X underneath one of the temples there. It was like kind of like a lake, but you fall through to the bottom. But then there's ice above you. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. But anyways, this area reminded me of that because it kind of looks like we're under ice, or like underneath ice. But I don't know. Can't really tell. I'm not really sure what is up there, if anything. So these watch drones have this ability called Electro Kick, and it's kind of nasty. If they can, yeah, look at that. I guess I wasn't paying attention to how much health Vanille had prior to that ability, but the problem is, you know, if you've got a couple of those and they all use Electro Kick on the same character, that character is most likely going to be toast. So. Excuse me. All right. Let's see what we have here. Digital circuits. All right, so that is or those, I should say, are non-organic materials. And you know, again, we'll talk about those a bit more once it becomes more relevant. Right now, there just isn't anything that you can do with them, I suppose, other than sell them. But you really don't want to do that. I was trying to see in a couple of these areas if I could get preemptive strikes, but it seems like in some places you just simply can't. The Ranger, I believe, does more damage than these trackers. But he's also got almost no health, so he goes down really quickly. So generally, whenever I see a Psycom Ranger, I'll take him down first. 4-star, what? Yeah, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen quite a bit. I'm a little bit farther than this now, actually, in the playthrough, and I'm starting to notice it a little bit more. I seem to be getting. I mean, I still get plenty of 5-stars, but there'll be times too where it's like, "Are you serious? I got a 4-star." Like, I'll be like a minute before the target time, and it's like, "Wait, what?" So it's kind of interesting how they determine your battle ratings, but alright, anyway. Plunk, plunk. So I took this way. I think all these paths kind of meet up anyway, so it doesn't really matter which way you take. Or maybe it does, I don't know. Seed flask, paraffin oil. Alright, so paraffin oil, that's another inorganic material. So we will be hanging on to that.
How high is this thing? I don't think I'm gonna make it.
50 gil, okay. Every little bit helps, right? Alright, so here we've got a new enemy, I believe. Let's see here. We got a watch drone, and then what this other thing is called. But it's got some pretty highly damaging abilities, so you really gotta be careful here. Seconia Velocycle? That sounds right? And as you see here, I'm not doing very much damage to it, but that's going to change once it staggers. Once it gets staggered, you really can bring the pain. Yeah, I should have got into this diversity a lot sooner, but we'll see how this turned out. To be honest, I would say that it's probably better to get your healing done before you get an enemy staggered. I think that's kind of a good general rule, but, you know, I don't know, when it comes down to it, you gotta heal when you gotta heal, so sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and, you know, heal at maybe inopportune moments. How would we get there? A digital circuit? I believe that's another inorganic material, and those are fairly decent. There is a treasure chest behind here, or behind us, that we will go grab here in a minute. I think I saw the save point, and I really wanted to get that taken care of, so that's what we will do. I like the little the chapter overviews. I think I actually mentioned that in one of the other videos, but it's kind of cool. That, and then the chapter titles are kind of neat too. All right, insulating, or is it insulated cabling, something like that? So there's more inorganic materials.
This whole place is crystal.
I wonder what it'd be like to become a crystal, I mean.
You gonna complete your focus?
Maybe. If I knew what it was. Yeah, I probably don't want to know.
Hey, Lightning. Did Sarah say anything to you about her focus?
Nothing.
You know what? She probably didn't want to worry you.
Or she just didn't think she could trust me.
Oh.
There you go. Another good example of Vanille being positive. Oh, she probably just didn't want to worry you. Although it sounded like Lightning wasn't feeling that. Alright. So we got a couple more watch drones here. Ooh, did I get a preemptive? I did. Nice. It's tough to do with these guys. With the watch drones, that is. It seems like I've, on multiple occasions, not been able to get preemptives on these guys. I'm not really sure why. I guess I don't. There's certain points though where I just don't try that much for the preemptives either, which is unfortunate. Obviously it really cuts down the battle time. That, and then on top of that, you get actually a bonus to your. I think it's kind of towards your rating here, just for getting. So what does it say there? Initiative bonus times 1.2. So I don't know if that like adds time to your target time. I guess I should try that out one of these days. I would sure think so though, but I don't know. Who knows? Good deal. All right. Wow. Okay, 30. Less than impressive. That's okay though. Like I said, every little bit helps, right? It's funny though. This is the first game I think or first RPG I should say that it really does seem extremely difficult to obtain money. You know, like that normally you just get it as you adventure and kill enemies, but not necessarily the case in this one. So there are specific areas that I feel like are really good ways to make money, and once we come across those, I'll bring that up. It's not going to be anything new. There's there's a ton of really good information about farming for gil and whatnot out there, and I typically stick to my ways, and not to say that those are the best ways by any means, but I usually end up figuring out something that I really like, and I end up sticking with it. But anyways, alright, so we got a treasure sphere back here, and then a behemoth. 600 gil, now we're talking. Okay, so here we're gonna, oh, this just timed out really well. So you really want to get a preemptive on this behemoth, and this is actually really easy to get one here. He's gonna go down crazy fast. If that wasn't obvious already. And that's that. So the target time was 1:23, and I beat him in 24 seconds. So not too shabs, but that's the initiative, or getting the preemptive strike off on him right away. That played obviously a huge role. Ooh, strength plus 10, nice. I always feel like I do a ton of battles, and then it's like, what? I can only go this far or gain, this ability. It's like, really? Alright, let's move on. Excuse me. There's a treasure sphere back here, yeah. Alright, what do we got here? 2 digital circuits. Alright, very nice. Oh, thought I was gonna get a preemptive on these guys. Not the case. So here, I think that's a ranger in the back, so it's probably not a bad idea to take him down first. Although, I went with the watch drones for whatever reason. I think I was a little worried about the electro kick, which, to be fair, that is a pretty brutal ability. But yeah, look at that. I'm pretty sure that was a ranger because he went down crazy fast. And there's Saz getting smacked around. That's the electro kick for you. So here's the, you know, this is a good example of the decisions that you have to make too. So I could have either switched to diversity for a little bit and healed up, or continue on and hopefully, you know, take everything down before anybody died. Luckily, it turned out really well, and that's kind of how it went down. So we were still able to get the 5-star rating. But you know, again, some points you're going to have to make decisions, and you know, your battle rating may suffer because of it. But you know, I guess it's not the end of the world. 7 Begrimed Claws. Alright, so that's organic material there. What are we doing here? Oh, I turned subtitles on, but I was looking for another option here, but it didn't appear to be in the game. I don't remember what it was. Oh, I think I kind of wanted to turn down like the ambient sounds and kind of bring up the characters' voices, you know, so that we could hear the kind of like the banter and stuff in between battles and stuff more, but that just doesn't seem to be an option, so unfortunate, but we will have to deal. Alright, so we got a Crusader, and I think that was two Rangers there, so I took down the Rangers really quick, and then I had to do a little bit of healing with Vinyl. This guy's gonna stagger fairly quickly here. There we go. We can really stack up that damage. Now I don't remember if it's right here where I bought another. It's close. No, I think it's towards the end of this video. I bought another Magician's Mark for Saz. Oh wow, I only got a 4-star on that, huh? That's sad. Got a digital circuit though, that's pretty nice. But anyways, yeah, so I ended up buying at the B&W Outfitters shop. I bought another Magician's Mark for Saz. And, you know, being that he's going to be in the Ravager role for quite some time now, and I actually ended up doing a little bit of farming here, so that is why I did that. Here I should have used Blitz. I think that I probably could have taken down the Rangers if I would have used Blitz, or a couple of Blitzes right off the bat. But unfortunately now you can see there, yep, and there we go. That ended up being a game over. So
I can't stop now.
Normally I would just cut this out, but I think it was a good example of essentially me playing poorly. So like I said, you know, I think if I would have used a couple of blitzes right off the bat there, that would have changed the outcome of that battle. And now unfortunately I'm not able to get a preemptive strike off, so this is going to end up taking longer. So there you go. That's you know, unfortunately though, with some of these battles, some of your success can be determined. Like in that case, it would have been right off the bat. Like I said, I would have had to get some blitzes out right away. You know, in the first 2 actions probably with lightning, and that may have taken them both down. But you know, I either wasn't thinking or just tried to I guess I was really stressing getting the Crusader staggered, so that was my #1 priority. But I guess the other thing is I could have got him staggered and then swapped to the Rangers really quick, just because they have so little health that there's a good chance that the Crusader would have still been staggered when I came back to him. But you know, again, that's not how I handled it. So you know, unfortunately, that meant I had to redo the battle. So. But that is, you know, kind of one nice thing about this game is that, you know, instead of giving you just a game over and you have to reload your game from the beginning or from, you know, your last save point and all that, they kind of just are like, oh, hey, here, you can just redo this. And they stick you right outside the battle. So, I don't know, I really like it. It ends up being really cool. I like that mechanic, you know, it makes... It's not that, you know, saving is irrelevant by any means, but, you know, it's not as, I guess you don't have to stress it as much as, you know, in a lot of other RPGs. But anyways, in that last sphere there, we got a spark ring, and those are actually fairly useful right around now. #1, the watch drones, you know, they use the electro kick, so it should reduce the damage from that. And we've got a battle coming up, a boss fight. That it's useful for as well. I didn't bother. I just didn't equip it just because I really like the equipment that I'm currently equipped with. So again, I didn't bother, but it's not a bad accessory, I should say, for right now. All right, so let's save here. And again, now maybe. We'll see here if I actually go into the shop. No, it looks like I'm going to continue on. Alright, so that... It must be between this video and the next video. That's when I bought that extra Magician's Mark for Saz. And, you know, again, that was mostly because he's just cruising around with the Ravager roll. So I kind of wanted to beef up his magic stat. Alright. Wicked Fang. There's that strength plus 10. That'll really help out with her Ravager roll. Sorry, Commando. Possibly actually her Ravager as well. Now I don't remember. I'll have to look it up. As of right now, it's not that relevant, but I don't remember because like a lot of your characters get abilities like Flame Strike, and I think that's a physical and magic ability combined. I think anyway. So I'll have to check whether or not that's the case. But you know, if it is the case, if it's considered both, then you know, weapons that boost both your attack damage and magic stat will be useful. And here, there is a way to get a preemptive strike. Now, I didn't do it right, but basically what you do is you can step into their range and then quickly walk away, because the, what is this? Not the Ranger, the Executioner. Yeah, the Psychom Executioner. Obviously, he's extremely fast, so he'll charge at you. And then if you wait a couple of seconds, all 3 of these enemies will turn around, and that's when you want to run in and initiate your battle, and you'll be able to get a preemptive strike. Now I spent a bunch of time here. I'm just gonna I'll tell you guys right now. I spent a bunch of time fighting the Psychom Executioners in this area, and then there's a couple other battles, or there's another battle specifically that I can think of coming up. Now this isn't the best place. I will point that out if it's something that you want to do. But it's important to know that the Psychom Executioner here has a rare drop of a Millerite. Now the Millerite is not that great. I'll be completely honest. The Millerite upgrades, I believe it's the iron bangles into silver bangles. Now, you know, that's cool and everything, but it's, I don't know, they're so rare that it's not really worth farming for. So yeah, I don't know. There, I believe believe they got like a base of, what is it, like 2%? Base 2% drop rate from them, which obviously is pretty atrocious. But on top of that, I mean, not only is it just the fact that they're so rare, but they're just not, I don't know, I don't find that being useful, you know? I mean, they can, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody knows any different, but as far as I can tell, I've looked up some information lately, and it seems to me that Millerite is literally only useful for upgrading the iron bangle into, you know, its next, I think it's the silver, is it the silver bangle? Silver something, whatever. The HP 100 item. So, you know, I don't know. To me, they're just not really that great. Speaking of the devil, though, here is one in a treasure sphere. So there's one Millerite for free. So, you know, I don't know. Unless you really like the iron bangle, silver bangle, that kind of thing, you know, then it may be worth spending a little bit of time here to get them. But I don't know. To be honest, I just I don't think they're that great. And that's not typically how I build my characters anyway. So here, yeah, I waited a really long time here to get Vanille healed and almost made it. And on top of that, I should have killed these rangers first, but I didn't. And that is what happens when you don't take out the rangers early. Still managed to get a 5-star somehow, though. Oh, I think I slowed down there because somebody was talking and I was trying to hear. So this area here makes a big loop, or a big U, I should say. And then there's a shortcut here that I will take advantage of to get back to the save point. And when you go through the shortcut, everything respawns. So it's a really great way. Again, now if you want to sit here and farm, it's a, you know, that's a decent spot to do it. Although to be honest, there is a better spot, and I will point that out. It's all you really have to do is go a little bit further in, and you know, to me it was a better spot. But here I was able to get preemptive attacks on these guys fairly easy by moving up into range. Oh, and then here no, I'm not going to show you, or not going to be able to show you because I'm going to go up above here and jump on them from above, which again doesn't really work. I think I've tried that before, and tried the death from above tactic, and it doesn't seem to get you preemptives, unfortunately. But alright, so there was a treasure sphere up here, so we'll check. Oh, nice, got a Deceptisol. So obviously those are incredibly rare here. Okay, looks like I got a non-organic material there. Yeah, they did not like that. Alright, so like I said earlier, there actually is a really easy way to get preemptives on these guys. Basically, you just run into their range, and then they'll kind of run at you. Most of them will anyway. The Executioner will not, though. He'll just kind of hang back, and
just stay out of my way.
Basically the three other enemies will run at you, and then you know, you'll want to step out of range so that they kind of start to reset, and then they'll basically all three will turn around, and that's when you want to jump in there and try to get your preemptive.
Stay sharp.
It definitely makes the fight easier. Everything goes down extremely quickly. But I don't know. I guess that's my 2 cents on these guys. But if you do want to farm these guys for millerite, I would actually suggest waiting and going a little bit past here, because there's another save point a little bit farther on. And basically, as you're running up, I believe it's like a big staircase, and as you're running up the staircase, these guys respawn. So you don't have to go through that shortcut like I was talking about, and I'll actually show you guys that here in a second. But the other kind of cool thing though is the shortcut has like a little bit of a scene that plays, and you can actually skip the scene just by pressing start and then hitting I think it's select, and it'll just skip her because she does all kinds of little flips and stuff to get through here. But anyways, I gotta cut this video, so like, comment, subscribe, whatever you guys want to do. Hope the guides were helpful though, and hope you join for more. All right, thanks for watching.